Well guys, g'day and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Is Our Van Fixed? Well,
$24 million question.
it is. If you watched last week's episode, you saw us wandering out like vagrants in Maribor waiting for the clutch replacement. And the clutch got replaced and the flywheel got replaced. And most of the money in our bank account got replaced with
empty
with
space.
moths.
Yeah.
And that was all, well, it was fixed. I'm not going to say it was all well and good, but it was fixed. And we drove on. We were leaving, we actually visited, I can't pronounce it, I'll put the name up,
Pituja.
Yesterday. Wasn't much of a time, we just had a little bit of a wander around. But as we were leaving Pituja, the driver assist decided to kick in and basically locked up our brakes. So we think the garage, while replacing the clutch, has jammied up something else. So it's a Saturday today, we've been trying to get in touch with them. We haven't been able to, so we're having to rechange our plans yet again, because we're probably going to have to go back to the garage and...
yeah, we just want to say there was nothing in front of us when it happened.
No,
There's no reason for it to trigger.
Yeah.
So it was something flashed on dashboard, everything shuttered. And we were like, what the hell was that? Yeah. Rifling through our handbook, trying to find out what it was. Because it had never happened in 6.5 years. So bit of coincidence.
Van's fixed, but also broken. But hey, what's new?
I must admit though, for a while yesterday, I was questioning whether I can keep doing this.
Yeah, we've had
This is the 5th breakdown in this 6-month trip so far. And it just, each one just chips away a little bit more at the stress. And I know you get stressed with a house and everything, and everybody has these things, but I don't cope very well with these sort of things. And I find it hard to bounce back. So it was a day of, do I want to do this anymore? Mm-hmm. But we'll try and get it sorted again next week and carry on and hopefully pick ourselves back up.
But actually, before we go off on a little dander, Nicola has discovered a tower somewhere. So
Yeah. I've tried to get to 2 towers in the past 3 days. One, there was nowhere to park and you had to walk for 7k to get there. Of course, I never looked into any of this. And we just didn't have time. And then the other things we were going to go and do, it was when the whole clutch episode happened. So 2 towers down, struck off. We're going to try and find this other one. But
before, as I said, before we do that there, a few days before the whole clutch catastrophe, we actually visited Celje. And we'll show you a little bit of that footage now, and then we'll catch up here, going to visit Nicola's tower. But yeah, first up...
Oh, well, that was another tower I never got up. The treehouse tower.
Yeah, you'll talk about that in a minute. You'll talk about that in a minute.
Me and towers.
Me and clutches.
Stupid bloody castle.
Well guys, good morning and welcome to Celje. We parked up in a very nice little picturesque park up last night. Beautiful area, and driven on about 20 minutes. Nicola's on the castle hunt again. So
I think this is just a few external ruins, not much internally.
Here's a couple of external ruins with not much internally.
But I think it's for the bargain price of €7 each, so that's not bad.
Yeah, we're much cheaper than that. Yeah, so we're going to wander up, do the castle, come back in, do the old town. It's Sunday. There is actually a couple of hours in the area here, and at the weekend they're actually free. I think they're actually free overnight as well, but the weekend they're free. So we're going to do the castle, come back, do the old town, and see what there is to see. But yeah, someone's on a castle hunt again.
Yeah, we paid €15 where we stayed last night. Now it says voluntary, but it's pristine.
Yeah.
The facilities were amazing, the area's beautiful, so we put the full 15 in. It's very worth it.
Yeah, really, really nice.
Although saying that, we now realise we could have stayed here for free, obviously.
Yeah.
But you know what, it was a lovely environment.
It was.
And it's one we would go back to, it was that nice.
Right, onward to the castle.
Stupid bloody castle.
Yeah, it's literally for about 1.5 k, just straight up.
That is really, really hard. Oh, not technically hard, just steep, taking all your energy hard. Oh.
Getting us ready for the Dolomites at some point. On go, we got this, about another 0.5 k to go.
Oh, stop saying that, it was 0.5 k back there.
To be honest, I've got no idea how far it is. Gotta throw them a bone every so often though. I think she's going to throw a bone at me.
Hey now, it's okay now.
Well, that's us at the top, and if you're not able to walk the walk, there is a couple of car parks up here as well.
Yeah, if you've got any mobility issues, don't even attempt it. Bring lots of water and come up a bit earlier.
You know how much I love castles.
After having to walk up that steep hill, it's the least you can do.
That's me told. So behind me apparently is the oldest vine. Now, you know us, that's about the level of information we can normally give you. Oldest vine in how long, where or when? It does say 2002, which doesn't seem that old to me, but...
There's a plaque up there, we'll read it. There's not much here at the moment, but apparently there's a torture exhibition. Actually, not people being tortured, torture equipment exhibition. And an exhibition in the Middle Ages, so, not Middle Ages? Yeah.
You still talking, yeah? Hasn't had a coffee?
I haven't. There is a cafe and you get a €1 token when you come in, €1 off your price of your coffee.
There you go.
Or beer. He looked at Nigel and went, oh, there's also beer, so he must have a beer face.
I resemble that comment. Hang on a minute, a descendant of the oldest vine? That again reminds me of Trigger's broom. See, they suck you in with these things, but then when you actually read them, that's like me.
Yeah.
That's like me saying I'm a descendant of the oldest person in the world.
That is very true.
And there's probably more wine in me than that vine. It's competition time. Terrible. Awful. You aiming for the same one again?
You don't need any more ghosts.
If only you could see her face. That's how many I've got in 3 so far? How many did you get in?
None.
I'll tell you what, I'll go way back then. So in the great medieval games of 2024, Nigel won 2-1. Yes!
Actually, that was a lot of fun.
We were the only ones playing the games without kids.
But Nigel wouldn't go on the stilts, which I'm a little bit disappointed about.
I don't think stilts are in our travel insurance. It's a little bit nice, isn't it?
We jumped to conclusions again. It's worth it. Totally worth it.
Yeah, really, really nice.
The exhibitions aren't much, but you don't need to worry about that.
The
Just come and
views,
see
yeah,
the
the views are stunning. It looks like they probably put on some shows as well in the little outdoor area, but a beautiful area.
Oh, stunning.
We were planning on moving on, but I think we're going to stay in this area today and do a bit more exploration around because it is just beautiful.
Yeah, don't rush it.
So guys, we came back down from the castle, grabbed some lunch, chilled out, and as I said, we decided to stay in this area because we wanted to go and see a few other bits and pieces. And of course, one of the first things we're going to go and see is up another hill.
I think it's about half the height of the castle.
Yeah, the other one was pretty. It was, I looked on
800 feet apparently we walked.
800 foot elevation in a very short distance. This is about 450 foot.
Still hard enough though when your legs have done it once.
And there's thunder in the distance.
Yeah.
We are due, I think I said that, we are due some rain over the next couple of days. So I think we'll have to tailor our plans around that. But first of all, I'm going to put you down because this is tough. Well, we made it up just before the thunder. You can hear it in the distance. We're not quite sure whether or not the church is open or not. They said there was a viewpoint as well, but it actually feels like we're walking around in someone's garden. Okay, I stand corrected. There is a little bit of a viewpoint. Not too shabby, and the castle we were up, I think, is just around the corner here. So we were slightly higher than the castle.
Yeah, right.
But Slovenia continues to deliver. Just beautiful. Feel that wind getting up and that storm coming in.
Oh, we're sorry, but you never can tell. All the lovers, we were diving for 2D different colors that we had to put to sleep. All the lovers, hope that we could break the spell. All the lovers, we went down the wishing well.
What have I said before? No dancing or spinning on this channel. Back into the woods we go, just as the thunderstorm comes across. Oh, thunder in the clouds. Tell you what, the Slovenians really do like their steep up and downs.
And I've messed up. Turns out we were going to go to a tree house after our last visit there, and the tree house was up high. I thought it was, for some reason I thought it was down by the river. I thought it was like a bit of a novelty thing by the river and stuff. It's a 40-minute walk back up, so that's not happening. And not with the thunder and lightning. I don't fancy being in the trees, to be honest.
But nice view up at the little church.
Yeah. So one thing when you come to Slovenia, the best I've ever had are the gin and tonics. This one's actually even got little rose petals, and the one the other day had orange and lots of little botanic things in. Best ever, amazing.
And the beer is cold and wet and very fresh quenching. Oh yeah.
We went down the wishing well.
Oh look, Nicola has us climbing up steep forest paths to go visit a tower. Good training though. And on that note, I was randomly going through my junk email the other day and I came across a voucher for the Tullymore half marathon. We've done a Tullymore half marathon the last couple of years. Now, I'm not quite sure how I've managed to get one of those. It was sent by Nicola, but
I think what happened is last year when I entered Nigel as well as myself, and I sent a gift message saying I'd like you to feel the pain as well.
it wasn't a gift because I did it last year.
Paid for both entries. But somehow on their database, I think they think I've paid for a gift card for him. So we still had £35 towards the entry.
So we just thought, why not Nigel? Why not sign up for the Tullymore half marathon? Someone though was very happy that she did not have a gift voucher.
And I looked at the 10k, but the 10k is 30 quid, and I thought, no. And I've done the half marathon twice round there, and I'd forgotten it was only halfway round the second time. I remember I'd said after the first time, I am never doing this again, I hate it. So I'm not going to do it a third time.
Yeah. So I just thought, why not? Give me something to train for.
I'll be your cheerleader.
The running, training, hiking, and hopefully over the next couple of weeks, once we get into the Dolomites and things, will stand me in good stead, because I'm not sure I could run a half marathon right now.
I bet you could if there was a beer and a burger at the end.
Oh, soon. Right, on up we go, but half a k to go. Gorgeous views though. And we made it up. Well, up to the base of the tower. Thankfully it's only about 80 steps.
100 and something, I think.
Oh, you're always full of good news.
Well, at least it's no more. I think I'll have a drink before I go attempting that.
Oh, I could just do a rattler right now.
That's what we should have brought with us. I'll count them on the way up.
That should make for exciting vlog content.
I'm in my head.
Oh.
Right.
Are you going to count Mississippi?
No. And I count quickly as I can to get up those quickly as I can. Right. Oh, it's a dizzy-inducing tower. Right, here I go.
Yep, 7.
Don't, because you're going to put me off.
Yeah, let's start again. 11, 4,300. Tell me what it's like up there. Let's do it.
I tell you what, I wouldn't want to meet somebody coming the other way. There's not a lot of room up here. Hello.
And she made it to the top. And how many steps were there?
83, you were right.
Funny
There's
that.
some nice views. I don't know if Nigel just said he's got a bit of vertigo.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. So I'm currently hanging onto the edge here a little bit.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Whew. Yeah, nice views though.
If you look out towards where the ski lift is, can you see the hill?
Stunning. Goodness me, where did the old vertigo come from? Have not had that since, I think, climbing Sydney Harbour Bridge. I think maybe it was the little tiny circular motion. I just kind of got a bit dizzy. So I poked my head up to the top, got some footage, and then got back down again. Oh, getting old sucks. Well, there we go.
Oh, even I'm a bit, flipping heck, even I'm a bit dizzy.
I made it to the one level below the top.
You got the similar views, to be honest.
I did. Yeah, I haven't had vertigo in, I think, Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Goodness me, that must be 13 years ago, 14 years ago. You don't get it when we're hiking though, do you?
Yeah, but we don't hike up little tiny.
Oh,
I think it was
yeah.
the circular motion, but
Yeah, I think it did make me a little bit dizzy, to be honest.
dizzy.
But then I'm dizzy a lot of the time, so
True that. Right, back down into the little village then.
sounds good.
Let's go. Well, yes, good morning, guys. And as is always the case with the cooks, never that far away from a, perhaps not a stray, looks in good health. Hasn't got a collar on, but it's been hanging around the van for the last couple of days. Then again, if I was getting free chicken, I'd probably hang around the van as well. And speaking of cats, we had another update from the Angelina Cat Sanctuary, who, if you've watched our Corfu video, you know they're the ones who are looking after Tinker. And she's looking well. Still think that she's pretty much blind in both eyes, but she can differentiate between light and shadow. But as you can see from the picture here, she is already starting to grow, and I think she's going to turn out to be a really beautiful cat. Get in touch with Angelina Cat Sanctuary and adopt her. She would make an absolutely fantastic pet. We're just finishing up breakfast, cup of coffee. Really misty first thing this morning, as was the case the other morning. But we've got about an hour and a half's drive. We're also going to try to do another little bit of a rescue mission. This one for my clothes.
Oh, that's what I think of that.
So obviously in last week's video where we had the, let's just put it down to an unfortunate incident with the clutch. It all started when my running shorts, my hiking top, my running top, I'd left them on the back of the van and they obviously blew away. Well, it turns out on the way to where we're going this morning to visit, a little bit of a detour, and we can go and check out whether my clothes are still there. I'm not holding out much hope, but we thought we might as well pop in and see whether we can pick this stuff up. But yeah, we're going to go via there and then on to, you guessed it, another castle. This is my happy castle face.
It's a free castle.
They need to start paying me. Right. Will I be able to find my clothes?
Yeah, place bets now.
Place bet now. Oh, yeah, that's my line. Right, we're back at the scene of the crime to see whether we can find my shorts, my hiking top and my running top. But
It's not looking good.
well, not only that, but the engine management system threw up another error. We filled up AdBlue in Brindisi. We've probably only done about 1,000 miles since then, and it's telling us we've got 650 miles until the engine won't start, and it's telling us we need to put in between 1 and 1 gallon. So that's 2 issues now we have that we believe has been caused by the garage. So we were due to go to a campsite today. We're trying to get that moved because I don't really want to drive too far out of the way whenever we know we're going to have to go all the way back to the garage. As beautiful as Slovenia has been, it's been a little bit stressful from a garage mechanical point of view, and also not finding my shorts. Well, sadly, no clothes. Hopefully maybe someone's picked them up and is using them right now, although yeah, maybe not my running shorts, they needed a wash. I did, however, manage to reschedule our campsite, which is good. So now we're going to, I've been trying to get in touch with the garage over the weekend. They've obviously been closed and whatever. So rather than phoning up first thing tomorrow morning, we're going to get straight in there at 7 o'clock and go, oi, oi, what you done? Well guys, good evening, and apologies that this vlog's been a little bit up in the air. We took the van in today to the VW garage. We're there for first thing. The chap who dealt with us earlier in the week, you could tell he was like,
He looked a bit kind of like,
what are you guys
no.
doing back? They had it under diagnostic, took it out for a test drive and could not see any fault, which we kind of thought that was going to happen. So
we'd had a quick look online, and the sort of things that are happening, most people say it doesn't show up on your management system fault thingy. So we're just going to have to live with things the way they are. Hope we can get back okay and maybe get it reassessed back in the UK when we're back.
But obviously all of the ups and downs and round in circles has meant that a number of things that we've been wanting to do, we've had to put off. And so hopefully from tomorrow, the next couple of days, we've actually got a bit of a packed schedule. But that will be a story for next time. But I think I
Yeah.
said it earlier, Slovenia has been beautiful, but it's also been quite taxing.
Tiring. Yeah, it's been trying with all the issues, and today we would have gone and done things, but I ended up having a bad migraine. I think just all the stress of the past week has just been playing on our minds. So
But it's been quite nice actually, because we have been sort of hunkered down or needing to sort of stay put for a while. The little area that we're in here in Ruse, R-U-S-E, it's only about 20 minutes from Maribor and 20 minutes from the Porsche garage. Free electricity, free water, you dumping...
a church.
A church, yeah. Dumping waste in a garage about 500 metres away, so it's been perfect from that perspective.
And one other thing actually I just wanted to say is that this past week, whilst we've been waiting to sort the van things out, we've met some really nice people.
Yeah, actually, yes.
So shout out to Imogen and Etienne, who we
Yes.
met in Janina Slatina, something like that anyway, with their 2 dogs, Pagar, Tara and their cat.
Just in case Pagar and Tara are watching.
Yep, and Tara was actually found in a rubbish bin in Serbia, and apparently she's going to get huge. But the most gorgeous dogs and lovely people.
Yep.
And then we have today met Natalie here in Ruse, so
From
you know
Austria.
it's not all been
it's
not all
nice
been
to actually
negative.
chat with
You know,
people.
if these things happened, we wouldn't have met those people. So
Exactly.
you got to look at the positives.
Right guys, well we're going to leave it there. Again, apologies, this week's vlog's been a bit up in the air. Hopefully you understand that we have had a bit of a stressful time the last couple of weeks with the van, but hopefully from tomorrow and next week for you guys, we will be back on the road doing lots of good things, still in Slovenia, picking up the pieces that we tried to visit over the last week or so.
And if things keep going wrong, it might just be Nigel on the road, me being left at an airport to fly home.
And
He's going, happy days.
And on that bombshell. Right guys, well once again, thanks a lot for following along, and until next time, somewhere in Slovenia, hopefully not a VW garage,
And hopefully not being attacked by flies.
catch up next week. Bye bye. Cool.